everybody. Welcome to another episode of Twanna Y'vette Speaks. I am your host, Twanna Y'vette, and for the next few minutes, we are going to be talking about a story that is in our national headlines. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the slideshow so you guys can see this young lady, and I'm going to jump right into the story because some of you may know this photo and some of you may not. But this is the black teen who made headlines when police held her at gunpoint. She has passed away of coronavirus. Honestie Hodges, a Michigan girl who was handcuffed at gunpoint by police when she was only 11 years old, has passed away after a 2-week battle with coronavirus. Hodges, 14 years of age, tested positive for the virus earlier this month, and her family says her condition rapidly deteriorated in recent days, MSN reports. It is with an extremely heavy heart that I have to tell all of you that my beautiful, sassy, smart, loving granddaughter has gone home to be with Jesus. The child's grandmother said in this past post on her GoFundMe account. I cannot stop thinking about Honestie Hodges, violently restrained, detained, traumatized at age 11 by Grand Rapids PD, and now she's gone from COVID 19 by age 14, whose mom had to seek financial help to be by her side as she fought for her life in a state being contested by this administration. There's so many comments. There's so many comments from people all over the world because of this case right now. Honestie made national headlines in 2017 when cops investigating an attempted murder at her home confronted the child outside, pointed weapons, handcuffed her, and confined her inside a police car. I will leave the link in the description box so you can check out the news report. There is a video attached to it, and I know you guys would love to see the headlines and the updates and all of that because it has been a few years, but we have not forgotten this. The EUR Web previously reported that Hodges told Wood TV she excited the black door of her home to go to the store, which was what she was going to do, you guys. She was going to the store. Okay, this was on December the 6th when officers confronted her, an 11-year-old child. Her mother, Whitney Hodges, said that she saw police order Honestie to raise her hands and walk backward. The cops then handcuffed the girl, patted her down, and put her in the back of a police car. It made me feel scared and it made me feel like I did something wrong, Honestie told the TV station. The whole time they are telling her mom to calm down. I'm telling them she's 11 years old. That's my daughter. Don't cuff her. This is what Hodges was saying to the officers. Honestie said that she sat in the back of the cop car, banging on the windows and screaming to her mother, "Please don't let them take me." Grand Rapids police were at the Hodges home searching for the child's aunt, Carrie Manning, who was 40 years old, and she's white actually. Manning, who was later arrested, was being sought in a domestic stabbing a few blocks away, and police said they suspected she was armed with a knife. Doesn't look anything like Honestie, though. Honestie wondered at the time if her race played a role in the officer's controversial decision. I had a question for the Grand Rapids police. If this happened to a white child, if her mother was screaming, "She's 11," would you have handcuffed her and put her in the back of a police car? That's what she said in a news conference days after the incident. I am so annoyed, you guys. Our police officers all over the world have to do a better job. This child does not fit the description I just read to you of the woman, 40-year-old woman that they were trying to find. This little girl does not look like what they were after, who they were after. And it's sad and it's horrifying. All I can say is keep your children close to you, keep them safe as possible. You know, don't go out here and do crazy things that you see other people do, you guys. You know, if you're underage, listen to your parents. And I mean, I don't know the lifestyle of this little girl, but I do know that at 11 years old, I was still playing with dolls. I was still having fun with my friends. You know, my mom would let me out of her sight. You know, I had my grandmother and my mom. You know, they took me to church every Sunday, whether I wanted to go or not. You know, it was a different time and a different era, but I still believe in morals and values. And I believe that if you raise your children the right way, even if they get off the beaten path, just like the Bible says, they will remember what you taught them, and you know it will straighten them out because you have instilled morals and values. And I'm looking at this child and I'm thinking to myself, you know, this is an innocent baby. I mean, my goodness, her family loved her. And then to know that she went through that, and then, you know, a couple of years later, she's gone. That never should have happened to that child. I mean, listen, let me just say this. This is just me, you know, doing my commentary, and these are just my opinions and my thoughts. But I don't see anything wrong with our children walking to the store, you know, at your parents' permission. I don't see anything wrong with our children going outside to play like other kids do. I don't see anything wrong with children gathering together to play hopscotch or, you know, jump rope and, you know, drink Capri Sun and just being a kid. I don't see anything wrong with that. And I am really baffled at how a police officer, not just one, but a gang of them, can point guns at an 11-year-old child and think this little girl fits the description of a 40-year-old white woman. Are you kidding me right now? The insanity, the thought is insane for me to even look at this and go, oh, they were in their rights to do this. No. And they knew better as a collective. You're telling me that not one of these officers had a brain cell to say, "Hey guys, this isn't right. This is not who we're looking for." So you're telling me one person jumped the gun and said, you know, throw your hands up and walk backwards, and you couldn't tell that this was a little girl. Really? You couldn't tell that this was a child. And then you put her through all of this, and she's terrified because she's a little girl. And then you hear her mother yelling, she was just going to the store. She's 11-year old. She's my daughter. She didn't do anything wrong. And you don't hear this woman talking to you at all. That's crazy. In my eyes, every last one of those officers should have lost their jobs because you're incompetent. You are incompetent. If you can't see any better than that and you can't hear any better than that, you don't need to be on a police force. You need a whole nother career because your eyesight is really bad and your hearing is really bad, and you need to find something else to do. That's insane, you guys. That's literally insane. Anyway, I had to share this with you guys because, you know, this is really important. Um, she will not be forgotten. I grieve for her family because I know what it's like to lose a child. I couldn't imagine if my daughter had been 11 years old and being snatched away from me at 14 years old. I could not imagine going through this. So keep this family in your prayers. All right? Don't forget to live on purpose. I'm going to go, but I will be back with more stories in our national news. You guys have a wonderful day. No matter what time it is that you are watching this or you're listening to this, just take care, be safe, and mask it up. All right, guys, until next time, bye for now.